So you got two guys here, two ex-professional sportsmen who have both got charities, foundations that work for young people. I'd love you to explain what you guys do, and I'll tell you what we do.
No, thanks, Rio. So, yeah, I started the Beast Foundation 5, 6 years ago.
Wait,
Yeah.
the Beast. Just explain that for us, please, for anyone who doesn't know.
Okay, cool. Everybody knows me as the Beast in the rugby world. I've had that nickname since I was 9 years old. It stuck because of obviously my mold. I was always a big guy growing up. And just a fun fact, something that you probably need to know, Rio. I've been a Manchester United fan since I was a young boy.
Have you?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
pretty much because of my old man. And I used to be a goalie before I started playing rugby. But imagine this big guy tumbling down the soccer field. It didn't work out. So I had to obviously go with rugby because it fitted my mold. And yeah, just to go back to the foundation, I started the Beast Foundation purely because I wanted to pay it forward. A lot was given to me in my journey. A lot of people invested in me. People that didn't know me, they helped to propel me to achieving my wildest dreams on that field. So when I retired, I started the Beast Foundation as a vehicle to empower youth across the African continent in the platforms of sport, education, and life skills development. And we have some fantastic projects on the go that are scaling up every year, and we believe in the power of joining hands with other foundations and creating more impact. So yeah, I want to hear more about what you do as well.
So just before we go, I caught something at the end there. Are we linking up now then? Our
Yeah,
foundations?
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is it gonna link
man,
up,
we're holding it down. We're
Okay,
doing
cool. Right, I'm looking forward to that then. That's good. No, but our foundation, I mean, my one was born out of actually the inspiration was my mum, who was very community driven, and she kind of helped a lot of people on my estate, especially single mums, in their certain predicaments, and whenever a time of need of help she was always one of the first people there. She just had that innate understanding and smell for it. And so for me, having a foundation was just like a natural progression in my life. I became somebody who was worked hard like yourself, but you become fortunate as well. There's an element of luck. We get kind of thrown into a position where we can pull levers and move levers in areas we wouldn't have been able to dream in our wildest dreams, to make impact and change. So with that, I was like, well, a foundation is the next step naturally. And our foundation is for young people. First of all, it was about helping young people to get back into education, disadvantaged young people from economically challenging areas, mostly. And we quickly found that we were getting the kids in, but we weren't being able to keep them after the educational element. So it was like, oh, well, okay, I've got a lot of partners, commercial partners that I work with. As part of my deal, why don't we add an element that is there for the young people to have an opportunity for a work placement and then an opportunity of a job at the end of it. So that was then the glue to keep the young people involved, because again, you can understand the young person, well, I'm doing the education again, but where am I going to go? Well, a lot of kids want quick exits and routes to be really visible. So we created that now, and since we've created that, our foundation's gone from strength to strength, and really giving the young people the chance again to get the education element in, then get an opportunity, which is key, the opportunity, not the job. Present themselves in the right way, show and prove their worth, and then the job is hopefully theirs at the end of it if they do what's on the tin and needed to be done. And so that process now is very, very fluid, and we're adding different elements. We've got Warner Music are involved, and other tech companies, a new platform we're launching. So really exciting times.
Oh, that's fantastic. I absolutely love that. I think, you're tugging at my heartstrings here because, education is a big deal for me. It's a big deal for the Beast Foundation because we believe that it's the greatest equalizer. When you a young person, you get access to quality education, you can turn your life around. And that's how you become employable. You talk about what's the end goal. You want to turn these young people into becoming employable, having the right skill set, and qualifications for them to walk through the door and obviously own their job. So right now in South Africa, there's obviously a huge crisis when it comes to youth unemployment. You look, the youth make up about a third of the population, and we're sitting with like 46% of youth unemployment. And those young people are almost lost opportunity because they end up in bad stuff. That's how drug use rises through the roof, crime rises through the roof, poverty rises through the roof. So if we can give them the education that they need to be able to get in a position to to have a job, qualified to be an entrepreneur, because we actually have a lack of entrepreneurship. There's going to be more businesses, opening up and providing employment, to many people. So people obviously, like, in a way, always, or young people, actually, to say that, they always look at the end thing, but there's a whole process you got to go through,
It's the same in every part of the world, that, isn't it? I think as a young person, I think we would have been guilty of it as well. Is like, we're being told what we need to do now, but we don't know what's later. Where is later? How do I get there? And I think having that runway and that kind of energy put into the pathway to where the goal is, I think is so important for a young person, because unless they have that, they find it hard to stay connected, stay disciplined, to stay consistent on that journey. So it's important, again, for us to make sure we keep hitting that home for them. But nice, it's good, man. It's nice to hear that you guys are doing similar work in a different place to what we're doing. That's good, man. It's crazy because obviously we're sitting here now and you're from South Africa. I went to South Africa in 2013 with Man United, and my foundation was silently alongside that doing some work in the background with young people, and doing some training courses, and we've been continuing that over the years, and it's been really nice to kind of see the development of some of the young people there. So I see no reason why we can't collaborate at some point. I mean, you're based in Durban, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. We're obviously based in Durban, but we operate all over South Africa, and it's news to my ears that your foundation is already operating in the space. So yeah, that definitely opens an opportunity for us to join hands and do something great, in the motherland.
So is it my people talking to your people now?
We're going to talk direct, yeah,
exactly.
But your people can talk to my people,
good. No, good, man.
Definitely.
No,
so,
looking forward to it.
Very
Do you know what I think? I think it'd be really, really good, man. I mean, this could be the start of something. This is just an idea I just had now. There's so many sportsmen and women that are trying to have really good positive initiatives to have huge impact with young people, but none of us are connected.
Yep, very true.
So it could be a good opportunity now to start kind of looking at our networks and bringing us all closer together and creating. I mean, listen, I love coming to things like this, don't get me wrong, and I think we need to, and we need to be here. But there's an opportunity maybe that we could do something where we do our own thing, where there's more sportsmen and women under one roof, similar energy, similar ideas, could have even greater impact. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? When we're connected.
I like that, because I talk about the power of, like, joining hands, we afforded this, incredible platform to play, sport and follow what we love. And there's millions of us out there, pursuing different sporting codes. But I see, kind of, there's a small world, so we can relate to each other. We have, been disciplined and working hard to achieve, a dream on our different sporting fields. And we've got that now, and I just feel like there's power in cross-pollinating that, and really, like, sharing ideas and values and working together to create, more impact. Yeah,
because I just always think that, like, together we open more doors.
Yeah,
we don't open them, we kick through them.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Because there's more of us, and that compound impact, I think, is a huge kind of thing we never ever lean on.
Yeah,
we all go our own way, and I don't know what it is, but we all do this. Yeah. This is my thing. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to just blinded by everybody else and just stay in my own lane. I don't know why we do that when we could be so much more powerful together.
No, that's true. But I guess it takes the first step is it takes the willingness to put yourself out there, and it's great to have, obviously, avenues like this coming to One Young World. And I wouldn't have this opportunity to meet you, if it wasn't for One Young World. So it's wonderful, and I think there will be many other athletes that will buy into this. The moment we kind of start talking about us collaborating.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, One Young World for me is so important because it does allow you to kind of see what's going on in different spaces or spaces similar to ours. What's making impact, what we could utilise from other people's findings and offerings, and I think that's one of the key things for us, is not being scared to look out at what's going on and embracing other people's ideas. I think sometimes we get caught up in, it's got to be my idea, it's got to be my thing, And this very much kind of blows it out of the water by being everyone you come across here is open to collaborating and collaboration. So long may this continue.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that, Rio. I think, One Young World has been a special place for me, and I've attended 4 summits in the last couple of years, and I've become a part of this community.
I can see when you're walking around, everyone's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole big family,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm coming home, and obviously I've become quite close to David and Kate as well, the founders. And through this platform, I've been able to raise awareness about the work I'm doing. It's been an incredible channel to bringing, investors, funders. So it's been really great, and we've benefited a lot. And as well, meeting like-minded people, young people that want to make an impact. I still consider myself young. I hope I still look young, but, that want to make an impact in their own journeys. We might be, walking different paths, but we are ultimately trying to achieve the same goal, making impact, bringing about change, being change makers in our own right. So yeah, I really love, coming here. Every time I leave, energized and revitalized to keep on pushing, soldiering on despite, adversity or any challenges that we might be facing in the world currently. Yeah.
Have you had any, because you highlight any direct companies that you've got funding from this?
So yeah, some of the partners that we have worked with from just attending One Young World, I think we had Professor Tuli, who was probably one of the biggest advocates for social justice in South Africa. We met her on this platform, and she's become part and parcel of this one girl empowerment project that we started with the foundation, and she's become one of our champions there. And through this network as well, I was able to work with some rugby fraternities all across the world. Last year in Montreal, I went to a university where I was coaching these young kids that have a passion for rugby, but I've never had like a world champion come in their midst, and try to teach them, the fundamentals about the game. So I've done that in Belfast as well. So it's been incredible. And Kate herself has also become a part and parcel of the foundation and investing in us. She's actually brought up 2 of our delegates from South Africa that traveled obviously on One Young World cost and investment. So yeah, it's been wonderful. Even just people that we haven't met here on the platform, people that know that I'm doing this kind of work, have joined hands purely because they heard my voice on the One Young World platform. They're like, we like what you're doing. We want to partner with you.
Out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not even just here; it's even beyond that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. I hope you got some good stuff.
No, cool, man. Thanks for your time.
No, thank you for your time, man.